This is a breaking news alert from Huntley Community Radio.
Today, March 14th, starting right now, 10 a.m. across each time zone, for the next 17 minutes, schools across the nation and world and supporters around the world will walk out of their schools to honor those killed in the massacre at Parkland High School earlier this year as a protest in gun violence. We here at Two Gingers will be playing music to help you and guide you so that we can think about it for the next 17 minutes.
You're listening to the smooth sounds of W. Jim and Justin. At 10 and 8, Monday through Friday is the time. I turn my radio to 101.5. Like a treat for my ears and mind, since 2012 made me laugh and made me cry. Kate the Duchess puts a smile on our face. She rules over style, sassiness, and grace. Sir William, you're an awesome dude. I kinda wanna build a statue of you. And what I'm really needing now in this local Huntley town is the only show around about people helping people. And now it's time to kick it off. Jim and Justin say to all, ladies and gents, we present It's Two Gingers. Make it live tonight till the comedy and community collide. Enjoy the laughter, enjoy the ride. It's Two Gingers.
Thank you, Sir William.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so if you've just joined us or if you tuned in during our music section today and you're wondering, did I do something wrong? Am I on the wrong channel? No, it's us, Sir William and the Duchess, but today is the walkout.
That's right. Nearly 200,000 students and faculty are expected to participate in the walkout. We obviously don't have numbers because it just happened.
Right.
But we were on the air at the time that it was happening, and we thought we need to be a part of this in some small way.
Yeah, so I hope that helped so you could have some reflection and you could think about the state of our world currently, regardless of what your beliefs are. It's a fact that people lost their lives.
Right. And it's also a fact that the people, for the most part, were kids. There were some teachers as well, but these kids are really doing a good job of trying to suck the politics out of the thing. Mm-hmm. And, no matter what you believe in terms of the Second Amendment, you should be thinking along the same page. Kids should not be afraid to go to school.
Exactly.
I mean,
I agree.
Way too many things that they are dealing with.
That's right.
Both socially, emotionally, economically, all of the different things that affects kids' lives. They should not be afraid to go to school.
Exactly.
My heart breaks every time I hear about schools where they have metal detectors to walk in.
I know.
And like some of the stuff that happens throughout the country. And I'm not naive. I know this stuff happens, but
right.
I think the kids who really, if you listen to some of them speak, who saw death eye to eye, are just saying, this enough is enough. I mean, this is ridiculous. We can't just not do anything about it.
Right.
I actually love the mantra of, and I know it's turned political and I don't think it needs to be, thoughts and prayers aren't enough. Mm-hmm. It just needs to stop. Mm-hmm. Nobody should have to worry about this. This high school, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida, that's where Anthony Rizzo went from the Cubs, so here in Chicago we can relate to Anthony Rizzo. I don't want to offend White Sox fans, but
right.
As a Cubs player, cancer survivor, he's a normal guy.
Right.
Who happens to have huge, immense baseball talent and makes a lot of money, but is doing incredible things with it. But he's a student from that high school, still has friends who work there and that kind of thing, So even though sometimes these things seem like they're far away, that made it really close, hit home to us here when Anthony left spring training to go down there and show his support and speak and all of that. So,
interestingly enough, the last major school walkout was the Jeffco students that walked out of high schools back in 2014. And that was in protest. That was in Denver.
Okay.
That was in protest of school board changes.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting? So if they got 5 schools together to do this peaceful walkout, and it actually turned out to be something that it was actually quite positive turnout for them. But this is so important, and I was really proud for you and I to be a part of this today. I thought that it was our duty as citizens here to educate everyone what's happening, and if you have been living under a rock, we wanted you to know that this is what's happening today in our schools. And the kids are not allowed to be punished to an extreme amount today. You know, they have gone out, and many schools have said, we're not going to hand out suspensions and detentions and things.
Yeah, and I think what people really need to realize here is, again, it doesn't matter what your belief is in terms of guns and gun rights and so forth. This is about kids' safety in schools.
Right. USA Today had a, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It had a posting that's talks about what you needed to know about the walkout and the goal of the walkout per usatoday.com. The walkout is a call to Congress to, quote, pass legislation to keep us safe from gun violence at our schools, on our streets, and in our homes and places of worship, end quote. That's what this is about. That's what those 17 minutes were for today. So I really hope that Congress is listening. I do.
I think they're going to have to because I think the sort of mantra of enough is enough, I think is hitting home. And quite frankly, it makes you proud. We have a tendency in this country to kind of rip on the millennials quite a bit. And a lot of it's deserved, but, it's going to be these kids from that high school, I think, that are going to make a change in society, and one it's going to be better for us. And, again, not being political, but if you look around the rest of the world, nobody else is fighting the same fight that we're fighting, and this is happening. It's just happening too frequently. And you can get into the whole thing about, is it the guns? Is it the, mental issues? Yes, it's all of it. Of course it is. There's got to be something wrong with you mentally if you're capable of bringing an AR-15 into a school and just start shooting people.
Right.
That's obvious. That's a given.
Yeah.
I don't have the perfect solution. That's higher than my pay grade here, but...
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
But
we just fixed it.
Yeah,
if we were just able to fix it today here on Two Gingers.
But I do know that just ignoring it and not talking about it, and
it's not working.
And
it's not working.
Forgetting about these things that happen until the next one comes up, and then you rehash all the old ones again. Oh yeah, this happened 14 times, and seeing those maps of where it's all happened and stuff. It's ridiculous.
It is. I would really like to know, to our listeners, because, we replay this here locally in the evening. I'm really curious. Hit us up on social media if you participated today.
Yeah. And you know what? We don't want to get our social media all in a big, huge political drama, mama drama, but, let us know your thoughts on the specific issue, not your stance on gun control or the NRA or any of that fun stuff, but the specific issue of keeping this particular violence out of our schools.
That would be wonderful.
Away from our children. Let us know.
Yes, and you can do that everywhere.
Please follow us on social media. Our website is twogingerswithaz.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/twogingers, on Twitter at the Duchess 101.5 and Sir William 101.5, on Instagram at instagram.com/twogingers, and at Pinterest at pinterest.com/theduchess1015.
That is all the time we have.
Two Gingers is written, hosted, and produced by Sir William Guerin and the Duchess Kate Curtin. Post-production is done by Jim Carolla. Michael Guerin is executive producer emeritus. Two Gingers is broadcast in the Al Litwin studio at Dikey Park in Huntley, Illinois. The show broadcasts Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. on 101.5 Huntley Community Radio, WHRULP. HCR's executive producer is Alan Pollock. Thank you for tuning in.